Hello and welcome back to the Gaming 5. Yeah, I know, I'm super late with this review, and I want to apologize to those of you who have been waiting for my thoughts on Bethesda's latest big open-world post-apocalyptic future simulator. You probably already know what Fallout 4 is, but in case you don't, it's an open-world action RPG. Yes, I know it seems hard to believe that anything that plays in first person with guns could be an RPG, but Fallout 4 is precisely that. So, does this sequel to one of Bethesda's best-known franchises break new ground in the RPG space?
Gonna be like that, huh? Smartass.
Core combat elements are essentially copy and pasted from Fallout 3. While you can play this game in first person and shoot at things like a first-person shooter, it's really not that effective compared to a properly perked setup of VATS. This more RPG-like method of combat slows time to allow you to choose body parts to shoot at, and while it can sometimes feel less effective than just going all Call of Duty, investing in perks that improve it can conserve ammo considerably. Oh right, perks. There's a lot of them. Fortunately, they're easy to peruse, and I'll tell you now that you should give it some thought. You will most definitely not earn enough points to have a generally balanced perk layout, so pick a focus. I focused on VATS usage and semi-automatic weaponry, and scoring some of those slow-mo headshots is admittedly rather enjoyable. Outside of combat, you're going to explore, and a large part of exploring is going to be gathering. You'll want to scrounge up as much junk as possible. You will use this stuff to make stuff. And that's where some of that less tasty RPG flavor comes through.
Inventory management. Inventory management never changes.
It can be encumbering, sometimes literally, even once you decide on a home base to store all of it and operate out of. It's a good thing a lot of stuff can be made. I particularly enjoyed gun modding for extra badassness out in the field, but you can also use it to build your own settlements. Think of these as a less complicated and way less cute version of Viva La Piñata without the creature sex. I've said it before and I'll say it again, a literal ton. Some of these quests are the boring variety of go kill or fetch, but most of the quests actually find some meaning in either character development or furthering a cause for the faction you're helping. Yes, factions, and here's where this game earns a legendary amount of replayability. The interweaving of the factions leaves a lot of options up to you. When I say options, I mean more than just dialogue options. I can shoot this old man here and kill everyone in this faction, and my quests will automatically update into a new line of quests based on my actions. It's not just that this game has so many quests that either develop characters or further moral or immoral missions, it's that the game enjoys a complex weave of interconnectivity that lets you decide how it plays out. Well, mostly, as there are times the game does need to force your hand to keep its core dialogue going. Nonetheless, you might just find yourself killing those you were once allied with. Sorry Bethesda, but this engine is just too old to be considered current gen even with its upgrades on maxed out settings. It looks serviceable, but in no way does it stand up to what is expected at this stage in the current gen, and instead looks like a remastered last gen game. That's not to say everything is ugly, but not once did I walk along the wasteland of the Commonwealth and say, wow, that looks good. However, on the flip side, and this may seem completely crazy to say, but it's the truth, I only had one crash on my entire playthrough, and it came from alt-tabbing. I played Fallout 3 and it crashed a lot, but this sequel played from beginning to end with nary a hiccup other than the usual glitchy ragdoll bodies. Perhaps my system simply overpowers the possibility of crashes, but take it for what it's worth, I had a very smooth, virtually bug-free experience. The most offensive part of my experience wasn't in any way the core of the game. You see, the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I basically played a more polished, mostly bug-free Fallout 3 with some nice mods and a side of fries. And that might be this game's primary crime, a copy and paste core structure and graphics engine. But as I said, it's not broken, and the complexity with which your options are laid out is better than ever. And because it plays smoothly, all I can say is that if you loved Fallout 3, you probably already purchased or plan to purchase this sequel. I give Fallout 4 an 8.5 out of 10. That's it for today. Subscribe for more gaming content delivered directly to your retinas. I'll see you next time on the Gaming 5.